Namaste. My name is Todd Norian and I'm the founder of Ashaya Yoga. Welcome today to Asana Spotlight. Before we get started, I wanted to tell you guys about the monthly classes that I'm offering. I just finished the first month of November, so it's all different classes. You can sign up for the all-inclusive pass, which means you can do all 27 classes, or you can do an 8-class pass. We're calling it the Peace Pass, just for the morning sadhana classes, 8 of them, or you can just drop in. So I want to invite you to take a look at this schedule. It's at ashayayoga.com. I'm really excited about it. It's got like the best of all the different classes. There's meditation classes, there's asana, there's gentle asana classes, there's deep core work, and therapeutic yoga classes. So I hope you'll join me for that. And in the all-inclusive, you get access to the recording. So if you have to miss a class, then you'll have a chance to watch it on recording later. For our class today, this asana spotlight, I love these little segments of deeper instruction on asana. We're going to look at a pose that I created, that I named. It's called Ristha Balasthasana. Ristha Balasthasana. So Rishta means your wound, and Bala means strength, and Sthasana is the pose of standing. And so what this means is to stand in the strength of your wound. And that is to say that how do we transform challenges in life into life-enhancing change? How do we see the gift in the wound? How do we take what's really a stumbling block and make that a stepping stone in our lives? We, and only we, have the power to transform our lives, to give it meaning that uplifts us. And we align with the teaching of Tantra, where everything in life is for your awakening. But it's up to each one of us to decide how we're going to make that part of our awakening. So even the traumas, the wounds, the unfortunate situations, the loss, the uncertainty that we all experience during this time is something that we all have to deal with. Well, instead of denying it, instead of avoiding it, the Tantra wants you to turn toward it and look at adversity straight in the eye and say, you know what? You have what it takes. Challenges don't come to put us down. Challenges only come when we're ready to transform our lives, when we're ready to have a breakthrough. So this pose is representative of the strength of the wounded warrior. And you'll see there's a part of the pose where it's like the warrior is crawling off the battlefield, wounded, but he or she will never give up as they continue to move forward in the path of the heart. So it's a twisting pose, and to do it, we'll need to open up our bodies with a few other twists. It takes a little bit of preparation to get ourselves into this pose. So I hope you'll join me. Let's come to standing. Come to the front of your mat. Stand with your feet hip distance apart, hands on your hips. Lift and spread your toes. Open to the bigger energy. Align with your heart. Thighs back, tailbone in, shoulders back, palms in front. Take a big breath, sweep your arms out to the side and up. And then exhale, lead with your heart as you fold forward. Bend your knees a bit, touch the floor, or put your hands on blocks. If you can't reach all the way down, this would be fine. You get a block, 1 or 2 blocks. And release your head and your neck. Take some deep breaths. Engage your legs. Isometrically pull your heels backwards, isometrically. Check to see that your shin is perpendicular to the floor. Put your hands on the back of your calves. We're going to strengthen the back of the calves up and forward, and then try to stretch your legs straight. So the top of the knee goes back, but without leaning everything back like this. So your weight comes toward the balls of your feet, hands on the back of the calves, push forward, and then as best you can, take your thigh bones back. And in a certain way, we push against ourselves to get stronger within ourselves. We use the resistance to our advantage. We use everything in life to our advantage. Lightly touch the floor. Inhale, stretch your heart halfway forward, reach belly out of hips and pelvis, and then exhale and fold. Pull your sitting bones down towards your heels this way. And then let's bring this into a twist. So hold your right shin with your left hand and twist the low belly to sweep it over toward the right, heart toward the right. Keep your left hip steady. Don't move your left hip, but keep it totally steady. And then inhale back to center. And exhale, turn your torso. The belly turns toward the left now. And enjoy the stretch, but keep your right hip back. Don't let your right hip follow. Each breath, stand strong in the challenge, invincible in your will to survive and will to thrive. Inhale back to center. Exhale, left foot back. Lunge. Bring your left knee down to the floor. Charge your legs in toward the middle with inner strength, invincibility. And then twist to the right. Right hand on the right leg. And breathe. Pull down through your tailbone, especially draw the outer right hip crease back and down. Pull your belly in and up. Heart toward the sky and breathe. Exhale, walk your hands to the inside of the right foot. Come out a little bit at a 45-degree angle. Bend your elbows and see if you can get your forearms down to the floor or toward the floor. And then squeeze your legs strong. Be invincible in your legs, but stick your butt back behind you. Warriors of the heart, there's a kind of strong will to live. There's an invincibility. Tune into that. But at the same time, in a way, our wound is our vulnerability. Melt the upper back. Our softness is also part of our strength. And then inhale, come back to center. Step back, downward facing dog pose. Alternately press one heel, bend the opposite knee, press heel toward the floor. Good. Left leg forward, lunge. Right knee down to the floor. Scissor your legs toward the middle. Left hand on the left knee and twist. For every twist that we do, when you inhale, lengthen your spine, and every exhalation, twist. The outer left hip crease goes back and down. And breathe. Inhale, release, walk your hands over to the right, forearms down. Scissor your legs, turn your thighs in and really push your hips back. Inhale, come back to center and step back, downward facing dog pose. Good. Bend your knees and come all the way down. Take a seat, place your hands behind you, and then separate your feet wider than your hips. And just take a moment and windshield wiper your knees side to side. And breathe. The knees to your left, inner rotate your right thigh more and turn your thigh in. Stick your butt back and then pull your tailbone in. Lean back a little bit. Push from your pelvis through your right knee and try to elongate your right thigh. But at the same time, lean back. Inhale to center. Switch sides. Inner rotate your left thigh, stick your butt out, tailbone in. From your pelvis, now extend through your left knee, lean back. Extend with invincibility, unstoppable, but at the same time, vulnerable. So you melt the upper back, you lean back a bit. Inhale, come back to center, lie on your back. Bring your arms out in cactus position. And now we're going to do windshield wipers, but on our back. So bring your knees over to your left and go a little bit deeper. Bring your left ankle on top of the right knee, and ankle on knee anchors the right knee down. Inner rotate your thighs, tailbone in. And then big exhalation, twist to your right, bring your right shoulder all the way down to the floor, as close as you can. At the same time, from your pelvis, push through the right knee, and from your pelvis, reach the right shoulder blade to the floor. Breathe. And inhale, slowly come up. Knees to the right. Cross your right ankle on top of your left knee. Anchor it down. And you'll see the left knee moves toward the floor a little bit and it turns in. Exaggerate that. Turn your left thigh in a lot and then pull your tailbone down. Extend from your pelvis straight out through the left knee. Grow your left femur. At the same time, from your pelvis, reach your left shoulder blade to the floor. Take some deep breaths. Enjoy the twist. And inhale, bring your knees back up to center. Perfect. Okay, so now we are ready for Ristha Balasthasana. Stand in the strength of your wound. So we come up, sit, and put your hands behind you. Knees are going to go to the right, just like we did in windshield wiper. And then bring your right ankle on top of the left knee. And then start to turn to your right. Walk your left hand around to the right. And lift your hips, stick your butt way back. And continue to walk your hands around to the right. And now you should be facing the front or the short side of your mat this way. Come on down to your forearms. Now, depending on your flexibility, you'll be able to go a little bit further to the right or stay right where you are. Take a couple of breaths, relax, open to the bigger universal. Challenges only come when we're ready for a promotion. And then hug your legs toward the middle, hug your elbows, stick your butt out, tailbone in. And then with each exhaling breath, twist a little bit more to the right. You can move your forearms over to the right. Okay, continue to anchor your right ankle into the left knee. Tailbone is in. And for more twist, just start to turn your heart toward the right. Very good. And this is the Wounded Warrior pose. So we're kind of crawling our way off the field here, refusing to give up. There's a kind of invincibility here. And the warrior is always strengthened by the challenge. Whenever you rise up, you do get stronger. And it's not to avoid woundedness or challenges in life, but the yogi of the heart seeks to engage with the challenge. I just want to learn from those challenges and rise higher. One last deep breath in. And then exhale. Release. Slowly come back to center. Very good. Uncross your legs. And now we'll take it to the other side. So knees left, left ankle on right knee. And slide your hips back a couple of inches. And then begin slowly to come down toward the floor until your forearms come down. And you face the back of your mat. And then twist your heart to the left. Inner rotate your thighs, stick your butt back, and then pull your tailbone in. So what's nice is that the leg position here locks your legs. They stabilize them in one position. And that's how you get a deeper twist. It's like if you're going to take a rope, you're going to stabilize one end and then twist the other end. So we don't want to move the hips from here. And then belly toward the left, heart toward the left. Continue to sweep your heart more and more to the left. And if you have more capacity, you're going to walk your forearms over to the left as well. And then breathe. Each inhalation, elongate the spine. Every exhalation, twist. Keep it going. Just give you a little better view here. Right there. And then exhale deeply and slowly come up. Very good. Adjust your hips. Come on your back. You're going to pull both knees into your chest, but bring your knees apart and draw your knees toward your shoulders. Flex your feet. Turn your feet out slightly. So it's knees to chest, but with the knees a little wider. Shoulders back. And then move the base of your sacrum toward the floor, sitting bones toward the floor, so you get a low back curve. And then bring your knees together. Press the very top of the sacrum down, but you still have a low back curve. But you just do a little bit more pressure on the sacrum itself. Should feel really, really good. Push your knees into your hands isometrically. And then release, feet flat on the floor, knees touch, feet a little wider, and breathe. Feel the effect of the twist. It balances the nervous system and the spine, decongests the organs. Stand strong in the wound, stand in the gift of the wound itself. When we can embrace the full spectrum of ourselves, both light and dark, we rise, we become invincible, unstoppable. There's a kind of inner strength that develops. And it's then when we can have the most compassion for ourselves and compassion for others. What is compassion? Our capacity to be with the darkness in ourselves for another. And as you're ready, roll to your right side, slowly come up. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed Ristha Balasthasana for Asana Spotlight. And I hope to see you coming up in the December monthly classes. Go to ashayayoga.com and register. See what's available. So many great classes that are coming. And be sure to tell a friend or two. Okay, enjoy your day. Thank you for your practice. Namaste.